Hey everybody, Dillahan here with another point of view cast, and we're going to be playing some orcs with a bit of an unconventional elite loadout. As you can see, it's a very heavy loadout. The intention here is I want to try playing basically without elites so I can get the earliest mega knobs possible, which is somewhere around 10 to 12 minutes depending on if I can secure an elite point generator or not. So ideally I want to get the mega knobs out real quick. And then I want to use their Mega Knobs presence to make the Knobs explosions deal damage and heal in combination with Stuck In to basically have like a really good timing push with Knobs mixed in with my army. And then I got Beauty just for her command, which is the force fields on walk towers. I kind of like that. It's pretty useful. It doesn't make them as invincible as you might think, but it does make them very damage resistant. So I like to carry that. And then I have the Gorkanaut, which is the real second elite. So I tend to get Mega Knobs and Gorkanaut, and then if the game goes for like 200 hours, I'll get both of them. But that's my plan. We'll see how it goes. I have a feeling having no early elites is going to be really tricky. But we're going to try and play it. Perhaps to make this more balanced, I should mix in like Storm Boys or something. Maybe I'll do that, because the problem is I really want to get those Mega Knobs as fast as possible. I don't know. Nah, we're gonna stick with it. We're gonna stick to our guns. If we fall on our face, we fall on our face. That's fine. It's part of learning. And I am rolling loadouts. I got tons of bombs stuck in, as I mentioned earlier. Tons of bombs mainly just because extra grenades are always good. And then I have Wazmak as command, Scrap Sight, which means anything that I kill is going to provide vision around where they died. This is a bit more useful than I thought it was. I thought it was just when your own units died it provided vision. But it's enemy units. And the reason this is beneficial is if you're using a lot of long-range units, like Ludas or whatever. You're going to have a little bit more persistence, or tank busters. You have more persistence of vision if you don't have units up in the front than you will normally. So you might be able to get some few extra last shots off or get some more map awareness or something. We'll see. I have the main benefit I think is going to be killing workers and getting vision from that. I don't know how long the vision lasts. I'm assuming it's only like 20 seconds or so tops. So not going to be super long, but I don't know. I want to try it out. I haven't really seen anyone else use it. And yeah, we'll see how this loadout plays out. I have a feeling that I'm going to play against someone who goes for like 3, cheap elites, like 1, 2 points. If I play Space Marines, I think I'll be okay. Because I'm not super duper scared of like Deathwatch. But I think if it's Elder and I got Maka, Ronan, or like Janzar, like those kind of early elites, I'm going to have a real hard time because they're pretty tough to deal with on a good day. So we'll see how this goes. If I ever find a match sometime this century. That's one of the disadvantages of getting higher on the leaderboards, is it takes a lot longer to find a game. Even in like 3 vs 3 or 2 vs 2, just because I think I don't know if it actually takes my other ranks into account, but I suspect it does. Either that or I don't think the game is that dead, so I don't think it's that. But we'll see. And I really want the Gorkanaut because I really want this Tougha Boys presence ability. I've been meaning to really use this more, but as you can see, I'm only rank 2 on the Gorkanaut. I haven't really used them much. Haven't used any of these elites very much, actually. And like I have a feeling like that's a really strong buff for your units in the late game, but I haven't actually got to use them yet because I've been doing more and more my Mad Dread instead, and Mad Dread's still really good, but man, could you imagine like a super late game loadout where you just have Healing Wug, Longo Wug, and Tougha Wug all in one package? Oh man, that's the dream team right there. But yeah, I notice people take Mega Knobs a lot, but they don't take their presence ability, they take their command ability, which is the shield while you're channeling Shout, which is pretty good. Like, it's definitely a strong ability, but I'm curious to see how the explosions play out with the healing, because I feel like that'd be really, really good. We'll see if we find a match, though. Anyway, I think if I play Space Marines, yeah, play Space Marines like this, I think this will go okay. because 90% of Space Marine players get Death Watch first. So by the time I can get Mega Knobs out, they have maybe Death Watch and like Gabriel coming out right when I get Mega Knobs out. So like in that sort of situation, it's actually to my benefit for them to get a 2-point. And even Striking Scorpions, I would rather fight Striking Scorpions than Maka any day. Any day. But I just think Eldar have a lot stronger, like 3, 4, 5-point elites. That would make it really hard to float until the 6-point elites without any of your own. But Space Marines, especially when they're getting Death Watch, like, Gabriel is strong, but Mega Knobs will punch him in the face real good. So I ain't too fussed about that. We'll see, I'll probably fall flat on my face here. I don't know. We got the intense loadout here going on. And you guys may notice this about my play, but I try a lot of weird things. Doesn't always work. Usually fails. Okay, so he actually has a bit of a the kind of loadout I don't want to fight, where he has 2 3-pointers and assault terminators. Or no, those are regular terminators. So that's a little scary. I think Librarian's not. Well, Librarian's pretty scary actually, but I think Diomedes is more scary just because he's just going to add a lot of persistence, and you can't fight Space Marines with Diomedes around, really. As long as Diomedes is hitting something, you ain't going to win that fight, which is a strength of his. And I think he was actually really underutilized, so I think making him cheaper is going to make him a lot more common. But I think he's actually one of the strongest heroes in the game, provided you use him properly. So we're just going to do our usual opening. We're going to be very, very aggressive. I'm going to the wrong side of the map for some reason. Let's not do that. Let's not do that at all. I always seem to do this. I just instinctively want to go to that side, but it's not actually the right side. At least in my opinion. And because I have the beauty command for my walk towers, I can be a little bit more aggressive about where I place it. Like a little bit. I don't want to be too aggressive because that's a little much. Shouting in my base just to get the speed buff and then run out. I don't know how much of a difference this actually makes. I feel like that's something I'm going to have to test at some point. But for now, I think it makes a big difference. And of course I want this elite point generator if I can get it. So we're going to go for it. I accidentally charged them 2 launches, and they got speed buff and damage buff. Damage buff obviously not going to do anything because they're base. I don't know, the speed buff doesn't really last long enough. I think it makes a very mild difference into my map presence timings. But hopefully we can get this captured. Why couldn't I see that? That's interesting. That's really weird. But this is fine. We're gonna get that back. Shit, I don't want this generator because I want to be able to get the elite point generator as soon as possible. He is fighting me under log, which is a mistake. For sure. See, now that he's starting to run out of the standard radius, I can move my shooters off of it. We gotta transition those guys over there. Oh no, I can't actually melee them because they're inside the fucking chapel thing. That's interesting. Well, let's just confirm the kill on that squad. We did kill that tac squad. And now we're just going to pull back here. We're going to get the elite point generator. And hopefully we can hold that in some fashion. I do want a listening post, but they're pretty expensive. But I think we're going to have to get one here if we want to hold this with where he's positioned himself. So we're going to get that as soon as we can. And because he's got a very immobile army, we're going to try and come up this flank here. That's exactly what I don't want. Ah, okay, I should have canceled that. I thought I could get that. Oh well. I think we're gonna win this just fine anyway, so who cares? Yeah, okay. This is pretty much my favorite anyway at this point, regardless of anything else. But for the sake of our friendly enemy here, let's just fall back here. We're building a very brave pile of guns here. Let's get our longer walk, and we'll get another walk tower up on the cliff here. Are you fucking go away? Get lost. Well, whatever. You can have it, I guess. I'm gonna set in the bubble here. Get another Gretchen, go over here. Place an elite point generator. And try and support these guys the best we can. Okay, let's try and get out what we can get out here. Which I suspect is going to be nothing. Well, that's not good. Okay, let's run these guys out of here. Just cancel that, because we can't really afford to do that at this point in time. Cancel that guy. We're gonna get a def gun here. As I expect that's the only thing that's gonna keep us in the game. We need some more requisition. So we're gonna get 2 more of those. Hey, this isn't terrible because he did get the Librarian, which means he could get Diomedes around the time and then we get both Deathwatch and what's his face. But that's okay. We have to be very, very careful here, though. Thank you for plumping up on top of me. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. We're in a bad position here. Okay, we're getting requisition generators out, which is good. Yeah, we do have him scared off somewhat. So this is a situation where not having an elite is really a pain in the butt. Son of a bitch. Alright, well we just need to get dudes on the field at this point. We only have about 3 minutes until we can get stuff. We're gonna log over here. We're gonna rebuild that thing. I don't think this last boy is actually gonna make it into the log radius in time. Okay, he did. Awesome. I'm just waiting for him to make a move. I'm just kind of stalling at this point, actually. Just gonna scuttle that, get our money back. Okay, this is fine. We are kind of sacrificing our units here, but that's okay. Because we have the money to just replace them. And then we're gonna get our knobs because we haven't actually done that yet. And now we have the ultimate counter. Okay, well, tank busters are over here doing the damage. This guy's over here. loot us. Okay, pull these guys back. Alright, we got that, Dad. Upgrade wise, it's time to get a thing up there. I still haven't got any knobs yet, though, which is kind of sad. Okay, we did our damage, so we're pulling back. Alright, this is going just fine. Get money back for that. We do need more water towers. And while he's over there, we are gonna go over here. Now we want to get some more money, I think. Oh yeah, let's get this loot point generator too. And we're gonna start saving up for Gorkanaut at this point. Well, at this juncture, I think we have won. And I don't think he has the power sword upgrade, so I'm just gonna give him a bad life. Get another log tower over there. Decent kill cans in melee actually do just fine against most targets. Also, fast building this log tower, pretty good. We're just gonna get a boys hut up here. And then we are about to go attack. And I think we just have such an overwhelming force here. You see Meganos with log do like insane damage, and he calls it there. So at this point I can fight Diomedes even though he's in armor. Meganos also ended up being a pretty hard counter to his Devastators. One of the big key things in this game about how I was able to fight so much is I had infantry upgrades at a decent point in time. But the other thing is just not to panic when you're behind. Your opponent doesn't necessarily know in how bad of a state you are in until it's too late. As he certainly had a window in time where I was pretty defenseless. Anyway, thanks for watching.